Tejas.
I want my town. You better pay. I'm here to stay.
ಹಾಯ್ ಹಲೋ ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನಾನಂತೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಚಾನಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ತೇಜಸ್ ಕೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾನಿವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಟ್ರಿನಿಟಿ ಹೌಸಿಂಗ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಹಿರನಂದಾನಿ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ರೋಡ್, ಪವೈ, ಮುಂಬೈ, ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಆ HKM ಸೆಂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಂಡೇ ಫೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಸಂಡೇ ಫೀಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀರ್ತನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಸಾದಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರವಚನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸ್ಟೆರಿಟಿ. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸ್ಟೆರಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ಸರಳತೆಯಾಗಿರೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಅದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆವೆರಿಟಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಕು. ನಾನೀಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ, ಹರೇ ರಾಮ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. ಜೈ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ್.
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So all the devotees, welcome. Those who are joining online also. Tirupati Prabhu Hare Krishna, Dhara Prabhu Hare Krishna. Echo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So everything in this material has some effect. Circles also has some effect. So sometimes you don't want to echo your voice, the voice is echoing. Sometimes you want to echo your voice, the voice is not echoing. There is a deficiency of this. What you want and what you get. Okay, so nevertheless, let us try to adjust. some sort of austerity will be there. Maybe not like which we generally see in our Vedic culture, but there will be fast on some particular days, right? Just like we take fast on today's Ekadashi, we fast on Ekadashi, on Janmashtami, Ramnavami, Shivratri, like that. Or there are other ways of austerities also people do. Similarly, in Islam also there is a concept of austerity, like they keep Ramzan, Roza. At least one part of the day they don't eat. So some austerity is there. Similarly, Christianity also some penance and austerity is there. It should be there, definitely it will be there. So any kind of any religion which is bona fide, you will see there is a system of austerity is there. You will find there, it will be there. People may not be following, this is a different thing, but it will be there. Now what is the meaning of austerity? What is the meaning of austerity? Anybody would like to tell? Would like to say his opinion? What is the meaning of austerity? Voluntarily accepting pains. Yes, anyone else? What is the meaning of austerity? Voluntarily not eating something. I know your answer. Yes, yes.
Controlling our urges for a higher purpose.
Controlling our urges for a higher purpose is called as austerity. Okay, very good. Someone else with a different answer. What is the meaning of austerity? Anyone would like to tell online also? Online many devotees are there. What is the meaning of austerity? Yes.
Cleanliness of the body.
Cleanliness of the body. Okay, very good. This is Bhagavad Gita, correct. Austerity of body includes cleanliness. We'll discuss that also. So yes, Prabhupada gives a general definition of austerity. Voluntarily accepting some discomfort for the body is called as austerity. Generally. Just like for example getting up in the morning. People generally don't like to get up early in the morning, right? They want to sleep early in the morning. Especially early in the morning. सुबह की जो नींद होती है बहुत अच्छी होती है 3 to 7 के बीच की जो नींद होती है generally people don't like to get up, right? But to get up that time also is austerity. It's a fact. It's austerity. And in the Vedas also you will find many places. Bhagavad Gita also Krishna talks about in the 17th chapter different kinds of austerity. Austerity of body, austerity of mind, austerity of speech. It is mentioned in the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So why it is important for a human being to take some kind of austerity? People also take austerity outside, right? For example, now we have some. Recently we had some. Not recently, many times we have seen some people. They give some strike. You will not eat if this not happen. Unshan, fasting till death. They also do some kind of fasting or feasting after that. Next we have Anna Hare Ji. We also did fasting, right? He wanted to bring which Lokpal will, right? Like that many people have done fasting, done austerities and some kind of fasting and other things. So what does the scripture says about that kind of fasting or that kind of austerity when a person is taking for some material gain? So even material gain also person is doing some kind of austerity, and similarly in case a person wants to get some spiritual gain, then also austerity is required. It's a very important concept, and we have great examples of big leaders, kings of our countries at that time. Just like we have example of Parikshit Maharaj. Who is Parikshit Maharaj? Grandson of Abhimanyu. Son of Abhimanyu, grandson of, and Abhimanyu's wife was Uttara. So Parikshit Maharaj He was such a great king. He was have everything, all the opulences of the world he has, and he was the king of entire planet. But as soon as he came to know that I am going to leave my body in next 7 days, he got a curse from a Brahmana boy that in next 7 days you will leave your body. So what he did? Suppose we get to know that we are going to leave your body in next 7 days. So हम क्या करेंगे? वो 7 दिन है मेरे पास. Domino's, McDonald's, or Swiggy, Zomato, Potato, whatever is there, we'll call and bring everything to eat. Right? 7 days I have. Let me eat whatever is possible, or let me fulfill all my desires. Only 7 days I have, right? You can come this way. I think yes, because maybe near to this camera also you can come, so that we can eye contact can happen. So suppose we got to know that we will declare to the world that I am going to die, or we will take a lot of loan from the bank, right? Because next 7 days going to die, कौन क्या करने वाला है? But what did Parikshit Maharaj do? As soon as he came to know that I am going to leave my body next 7 days, he left everything. Entire kingdom, entire whatever opulences he had. He took even cloth also. He renounced everything. Not even that he was a king, he was wearing cloth. He was simply carrying one cloth to cover his genitals. Otherwise, he did not have any cloth on his entire body. And he sat and he heard 7 days about duty of a person who is going to leave this body. So that austerity he took. So he is also taking austerity, like that we example of Bharat Maharaj. So many great kings in the past, in the Vedic history, they have taken a lot of austerity, not for gaining some material wealth, not for that purpose, but for gaining the transcendental knowledge, the ultimate sense, the ultimate understanding of life. That is called as self-realization. Why it is important? Let's have a discussion. I don't want to be the one-side speaking. There's a one-side traffic hota hai. One-side traffic is there. Only one side things are going. From this side things are going. That time nothing is happening. It's like you throw a ball will come back. That means nothing is happening there. So why it is important to have austerity? Let us understand. Anybody would like to share why it is important to take austerity? Otherwise, no, why king is leaving everything and doing all these things? Why it is important to take austerities? Anyone? क्या जरूरत है तपस्या करने की?
Because you start to choose not your body, you start to choose your soul.
Very good. Big round of applause. Very good. Very good. 6 months here. Yes. Continue.
You start to feel more your soul and what exactly need to do it for right.
Yes.
Because when you choose always your body, your emotion, your fear, or many kind of things, it's never stop.
Okay.
You feel continuous again and again and again.
Very good. So when you take some austerity, you try to come out of bodily concept of life and you try to speak about the soul concept. That is a real concept. Very good thing. Anyone else? Why it is important to take austerity? Just like for example, yes.
Yeah, when we do austerities, it helps us to, because we are not doing sense gratification in that particular period of time. It helps us to understand ourselves, see our thoughts, our emotions, where they are flowing, and we can accordingly judge them, understand them, and give direction to those particular thoughts, go deeper into our consciousness.
So when we are doing austerity, we can judge our thoughts, our activities, and because we are not doing sense gratification, we can think of something higher. Very good. So Shastra says, yes, both of you are correct. And one more level of understanding is and which is very important, if you want to really understand the spiritual science, if we at all want to understand spiritual science, there is a platform to understand the spiritual science. For example, let's say I bring a drunkard here. Person is fully drunk. He is not at all conscious where he is. Will he be able to understand anything here? What we are discussing? कुछ भी समझ में आएगा? He wants to understand everything here because he is not in the platform. In the sense, he is not simple, he is not sober. He is in a different world altogether. He is in own world. For him, spirituality is Brahma Bhuta Prasana. He has taken this thing, now he doesn't want any this thing knowledge. He is already on the high level of high. Correct? He is already in that level. That no. So similarly, just like this person cannot understand being drunkard situation, he cannot understand what is the real discussion is going on here because he is not in his proper consciousness, he is not in proper condition. In the same way, in a similar way, if a person wants to understand spiritual life, he should be on the at least a platform where he can understand spiritual life soberly. A person should be in the mode of goodness, then he can understand spiritual life. A person who is in mode of passion and ignorance cannot understand spiritual life. And that requires purification. So if a person wants to understand spiritual science, he needs to have in the mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, a person can come when he follows some austerity. This is called as purification. Right now, all of us are, scripture says we are diseased. Why we are diseased? Why we are diseased? Because we have a disease called as Bhava Rog. Bhava Rog is what? The rogue of this material world. Now we want to enjoy this material. That is a rogue we have, disease we have. So, if we want to understand spiritual science, we need to come out of this Bhava Rog. And then we can understand spiritual science. So for that some purification is required. So that's why you would have seen, even if you see some old TV serials and now also, now anyway everything is corrupted. But if you see the scriptures, if you read, people used to go Himalayas and they used to sit down in one place for many years and do austerities. And without wearing anything. ऐसा नहीं कि जैकेट पहन के गए and austerity कर रहे हो. Not like that. अच्छा सा सूट पहन के गए and do austerity. No, they are not wearing anything. And in a very chilly cold, very chilly cold, like if you take your hand out, your hand will be like, won't be able to work properly. That kind of situation, yogi will go inside the water till here, and they will meditate. There was a Muni called Strawberry Muni. He did tapasya like that. So they are not fool. In a scorching heat situation, just like the temperature of 50 degrees like that, a person will sit and around himself he will make a circle of fire, and he will sit in that, between of that, and he will do austerity. I have seen personally this at least. This I have seen. In Himalaya I have not seen. This I have seen. In Jaipur this is actually very hot sometimes, 40, 45, sometimes 50 also. We have seen person sitting in between, round in fire, and is why? To purify himself. Why does the meaning of purification? The more a person gets purified, the more he comes out of bodily concept of life. Just like Ekadashi. So Prabhupada says actually Ekadashi, real Ekadashi means no eating, no drinking also. Real Ekadashi is this. If you go South India, Madhva, they follow like that. No drinking. They will not drink even water also in Ekadashi. That is a real Ekadashi if you really follow. But Prabhupada has simplified the thing anyway because these people cannot do. So at least you will not get it. But that is real Ekadashi means you don't drink water also. Why? Because when we try voluntarily to give some pain to the body and we try to come out of bodily concept of life, then we can understand the spiritual reality. And the more a person is into sense gratification, the more spiritual life becomes more and more miserable for him. He won't be able to understand. The platform is not there. You can understand. Just like a blind person, if I bring him here and I tell him that what is the color in this room, what is the color of this altar, he won't be able to see. Because he right now blind, he cannot understand. Even though he can try, but he won't be able to understand. Similarly, a person who sense gratification, who is very much deep into sense gratification, he will not understand spiritual sense at all. That's why Bhagavad Gita Krishna says this verse. Bhog aisarya prasakta nam taya buddha chetasam vyavasaya praka buddhi samadhana gariyate. That means the person who very much indulged in bhoga and aishwarya, Bhoga means sense gratification and opulences. Taya pratyeta consciousness will work. Vyavasayatma buddhi samadhana vidyate. You will never understand spiritual life. So, voluntarily, those who are serious in spiritual life, they give up this material comfort so that they can achieve or they can try the higher concept, that is soul. Ultimately, a materialist is also working hard for happiness, right? You see in Mumbai, from the morning till night, the person is working very hard in offices and all, God for some happiness, right? And yogi also works very hard, but another kind of happiness, that is called transcendental happiness. Both are working for happiness only. Nobody is working for some misery. But the yogi experiences a different kind of happiness, which is not this material happiness. Just like Prabhupada, when he was in India, Mumbai. So one person came to Prabhupada. Swamiji, I am in lot of anxiety. I have lot of anxiety. So Prabhupada says, what anxiety you have? So he says, no, I have 4-5 factories in Mumbai. One factory is this place, one factory is that place, one factory is in that place. So many factories I have. But I'm always under anxiety. What is anxiety? How to maintain all these factories? Lot of anxiety I have. So Prabhupada says, oh, yes, I have a lot of anxiety. So Prabhupada says, so would you like to come out of this anxiety? So this person says, yes, Swamiji, I want to come out of this anxiety. Prabhupada says, no problem. All these 5 factories, you give it to us. We will take all your anxiety. And then we will give you freedom. Would you like to do? No, Swamiji, no, I don't want it. No, Prabhupada, give your address, we'll come here to place. You give your address, we'll come here to place. No, Swamiji, no, I don't want anxiety. I'm okay with that. What does that mean? That is deep into that he is not able to willing to give up that thing. That's why he's in anxiety. So the more we perceive material happiness, the more we enter anxiety. This is a fact. This is a law of this world. The more you pursue material happiness, the more we will be in anxiety. Tal labhyate dukkhavat annata sukham. It is mentioned by Narad Muni in Bhagavad, first canto, the 5th chapter. Tal labhyate dukkhavat annata sukham. Kalena sarvatra gambhira prasad. Tal labhyate dukkhavat annata sukham. Just like you get misery in this life, automatically happiness also will get automatically. Once when you start working hard for it, then you are entangled with it. So yogi, a person who wants to get the ultimate happiness, he knows this thing. That's why he don't bother about material happiness. And he tries to get something higher. And that's why he takes some austerity. Example of Bharat Maharaj also is a great example. Bharat Maharaj is son of So Bharat Maharaj is son of Rishabhadeva. And Bharat Maharaj also was the emperor of entire planet. But he also left everything, entire planet, entire kingdom, and went to jungles for austerities. King Lord Buddha himself, Buddha was a great king. He was the son of a great king, but still he left everything. So you will find there's so many incidences in Vedic history where a person left everything for attaining something higher. And for attaining something higher, to understand, to reach to that platform, we take austerities. So austerity is very, very important because by default, our concept is that if I'm happy, means what? I have some material things. My senses are satisfied, I'm happy. This is the only definition we have. But on the days of fasting or take some austerities, we come out of this bodily concept of mind. We try to come out of bodily concept of mind. And we try to nurture the soul. Because right now we don't even bother about soul. So Prabhupada एक बहुत story सुनाते हैं in this regard. So there was one old lady. How this is important for us to understand why we are not happy in this world, even after having so many things. So this lady was very much fond of birds. So she bought one parrot. And the parrot, she got, and she put that parrot in one cage, golden cage. Parrot was in the golden cage. And every day this lady used to come and she used to take care of cage very nicely. She used to polish it, she used to make sure there should be no dust and cage should be neat and clean and should be very nicely situated. Every day she was doing that. And after 6 months she came and she realized that parrot has died. What has happened? Parrot has died. Now she is wondering why this parrot has died. Why this parrot has died? What is the answer? Why this parrot has died? Tejas, you understood my question?
No.
This lady bought one parrot and she kept that parrot in a golden cage. And every day this lady used to come and take care of this cage very nicely. She used to remove all the dust, she used to polish and make sure that cage should be very nice. Every day, regularly she used to come. And one fine day she realized that parrot has died. So the question is, why parrot has died?
It has no freedom.
Parrot did not have any freedom. Because lack of freedom, parrot has died. Okay, anyone else? Let me have some different views.
She's taking care of cage, not parrot.
She is taking care of cage, not parrot. Okay, anyone else with a different answer? Parrot did not have WhatsApp, Instagram, nothing was there. So unfortunately committed suicide. Anyone else? One is that he did not have freedom, that's why he died. Another is because she was not taking care of parrot. Anyone else with a different answer? Yes? Same. Yes, the answer is correct. She got so much busy in taking care of cage that she forgot to take care of the parrot. So we also like that. We get so much busy in taking care of this cage. This is cage. Inside the cage there is a parrot. Soul. We don't take care of soul at all. Simply take care of cage. That's why ultimately person died in the sense is not satisfied at all. So when a person takes austerities, he voluntarily says no to sense gratification. He says no to this cage. This is cage. And then once you say no to this cage, then you can understand the parrot sitting inside the cage, that is soul. So that is how we take, that's why we take austerities. Now, what is the level of austerities and what kind of austerities are there? Bhagavad Gita talks about this very nicely. So it may look little awkward, but Bhagavad Gita says any austerity which is not being taken for the purpose of self-realization is actually in the nature of demonic. I will read this. What Bhagavad Gita says about austerity which we have taken for the sake of some material gain, either the so-called vertical austerity also, as per Bhagavad Gita. Any sacrifice. This is the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We will discuss that also. What is the austerity of body? This body aspect, we have bodies. What kind of austerity you are supposed to perform with the body? So Bhagavad Gita says austerity of the body consists of worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master and superiors like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy and non-violence. This is called as austerity of body. What are these? Worshipping the Supreme Lord, Brahmanas, spiritual master, superiors, cleanliness, celibacy, simplicity and non-violence. These are called as austerity in the mode of austerity for body. So mostly everything nobody is following. Correct? Neither worshipping the Supreme Lord, not the brahmanas, not the spiritual master. What to speak of cleanliness? There is no question of cleanliness. I was speaking to one boy about cleanliness. So I told that if you are clean, you can understand spiritual science very nicely. So he says, Prabhu, I don't understand one thing. You are telling me to clean this room. This room is tomorrow again ही गंदा हो जाएगा. Tomorrow again it will be dirty. Why should I clean this room? What is the use of cleanliness? Similarly, some person take the same analogy in the field of taking bath also. Prabhu, we have to save water. No, you just sure United Nations are telling so many countries that doesn't have water. Let us save water, so I will not take bath. This is called as demonic. This is not something which is recommended in the scriptures. So celibacy, there is no question at all, and non-violence also. So this is called as austerity of body. This nobody is doing. Then the austerity of speech. Austerity of speech consists of speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also regularly reciting Vedic literatures. This is called as austerity of speech. Again, truthful, we have to speak words which are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also regularly one should recite Vedic literature. That is called as austerity of speech. And what is the austerity of mind? Satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. So Prabhupada said very nicely this. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. One sentence, Prabhupada told so many things. That if you really want to make your mind austere, mind also requires austerity. Just like body requires austerity, we discussed. People go to gym and do austerity. Yes, Gautam? Austerity of body happens in gym. You have to lift, then you have to make a video, you have to put on a status. It requires a lot of hard work. Because you have to show to the world that I am lifting that much. So that requires this thing. And you should see then who all people have seen my status. If somebody has not seen, then you say, please see my status. Just like in earlier Facebook was there, no? Facebook. So people used to upload their photograph, and then used to see who all like the photo. And somebody is not like that, some people have to, you should tell also, please like my photo. And we'll get lot of dopamine in that. Oh, he has liked my photo. So the very first statement is what? To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. Till the time mind is, so sense gratification generally does not mean bodily sense gratification. Through mind also it gets sense gratification. So till the time mind is involved in sense gratification, my body may not be involved, but my mind may be involved. That is also kind of austerity. If you really want to take mental austerity, your mind should be away from the thought of sense gratification. And it should be so trained, that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. That is also mind's austerity. But mind should always be thinking, how can I do good for others? It is not easy to think of always good of others. We think of always good of ourselves. What is it for me? Suppose we announce that today we had made Prashadam only for 20 people. Only 20 people may get Prashadam. So Prabhu, I am doing Nirjala, Prabhu, at least मेरे को तो दीजिए. Correct, no? People say, oh, I am not taking anything in the morning, at least give me something. So one loves oneself the most in this world. One loves oneself the most. Let's say अभी यहाँ पे आग लग जाती है. सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? This place gets into fire. So first of all we leave. We not see कौन प्रभु जी सब बाहर में गए. प्रभु जी हरे कृष्ण दंडवत प्रणाम कुछ नहीं. No दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी. अरे भैया निकलो यहाँ से. जाते थोड़ा प्रसाद मिल जाए तो ठीक ही नहीं चलते. Correct? If I get some prashadam while living, that's fine. Otherwise, let you leave. Nobody will think, Prabhu ji, आप speaker है, बोल रहे, you not eaten anything since morning, you not drinking anything. Nobody will think. Everybody will think about himself. How can I save myself? One loves oneself the most in this world. It's a fact. It's a reality. then extended selves. First myself, then extended self. My son, my brother, my father, like that. But subsequently, and very next thing. See, this is so nice. We should read Bhagavad Gita. The best training of the mind is gravity in thought. The training of the mind is gravity in thought. That means mind should not be loose. Mind should not have loose thoughts. One should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. To purify one's nature is to become Krishna conscious. And the next statement is very important. That is how to attain the satisfaction of the mind. Prabhupada is writing. How to attain the satisfaction of the mind. So Prabhupada is writing here, satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only dash, fill in the blanks. Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from the thoughts of sense enjoyment. Otherwise, it's not possible. This mind we have to take away from the thought of sense enjoyment. Then it's possible that we can attain the satisfaction of the mind. Otherwise, it's not possible. If the gross subtle, it will be there always. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more mind becomes dissatisfied. Ulta, opposite of material today's understanding. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more mind becomes dissatisfied. In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in so many different ways of sense gratification, and so there is no possibility of minds becoming satisfied. Is a fact? Earlier we had Google, now we have GPT. So we are more agitated now. Now again Prabhupada is telling one more method. The best course is to divert the mind to the Vedic literatures, which is full of satisfying stories, as in the Puranas and the Mahabharata. So one can read stories which are mentioned in the Ramayana and Mahabharata. By reading that, because our mind wants some engagement, maybe not everyone is not on that level that he can engage totally his mind on service of the Lord or name of the Lord. At least he can read stories which are mentioned in the scriptures. One can take advantage of this knowledge and thus becomes purified. The mind should be avoid of duplicity, and one should think of the welfare of all. Silence means that one is always thinking of self-realization. Sometimes people practice mauna. Mauna means not speak anything. We should not speak anything. Yes, it's better than speaking nonsense. We should not speak anything. If a person opens his mouth, always speak nonsense. Better we should not speak. But the next level of understanding is, once you have understood what I should be speaking, then you should speak also. Otherwise today, अगर मैं आपको बुला के ऐसे बैठ जाऊँ, and half an hour we see each other, it will be very nice, right? No. Control of the mind means detaching the mind from sense enjoyment. One should be straightforward in his dealings and thereby purify his existence. All these qualities together constitute austerity in mental activities. So activities of austerity is of body, austerities of speech, and austerities of mind. All are very, very important. And what happens when a person follows all these austerities? We discussed in the beginning. What happens when a person follows austerities, performs austerity? What happens? Purify his existence. Then he comes to the level of understanding spiritual life. He can understand what is the goal of life, what is the purpose of life. Today people don't understand at all because nobody will take any austerity. That's why many people don't understand spiritual subject matter at all. At all, he will be a very learned person in terms of his material education. Very, just like one person was there from IIM. IIM means Indian Institute of Management. That also IIMA. That is A. So, and he's from IT Kharagpur, and Ahmedabad. और अदर जो भी डिग्री सब कुछ कर रहा था, डेटा साइंस वगैरह सब. But simple concept is not able to understand, and that this body is something called a soul. Very simple concept, not able to understand. Why? No austerity. So if you are not austere, even those who are following, not that austerity is meant for those who are कर कोई तो neophyte के लिए I'm already standing 16 hours, I'm already on a great level, I'm now not. Every stage of life, Prabhupada says on every stage of life, I will read one very nice quote. Those who are old, नए को तो ठीक है अभी नया, old के लिए भी एक अच्छा quote है. Prabhupada talks about austerity. See, Prabhupada is telling. It is a Srimad Bhagavatam. It is apparent that the chanting of the Maha Mantra, so one should think, okay, I'm chanting Hare Krishna and everything is done. Prabhupada is saying it is apparent that the chanting of the Maha Mantra or the Vedic mantras must be accompanied by severe austerities. In Kali Yuga, people cannot undergo severe austerities like those mentioned herein, drinking only water and eating only air from many monks. This kind of austerity people do. One cannot imitate such a process, but at least one must undergo some austerity by giving up 4 unwanted principles, namely illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. So always austerity is involved. One cannot be situated an easygoing life and thinking that I will advance in spiritual life. Not possible. An easygoing life and advancement in Krishna consciousness cannot go together. They go bad. Suppose somebody is saying, सुबह से उठ गए, मंगला आरती होगी, प्रसाद खा गए, बढ़िया सो गए, शाम को भी थोड़ा सा कुछ कर लिया. Not. It requires tapasya. For everyone, those who are new, those who are old, everyone has to go to the next level. If you really want to do the next level, you have to follow some tapasya. Just like Karmi, so much they are determined. If somebody is Gautam, will be doing nicely. I am able to lift 5 kg now. Then we will go for the next step, 7.5 kg, then 10 kg. So much desire I have. I want to lift more, I want to do more. Similarly, that much desire I should have. I should chant more. I should go away from the thoughts of sense gratification. I want to control my mind. This mind should not control me. I should control this mind. अभी कौन कंट्रोल कर रहा है हमको? This mind is controlling us. And that's why we are not satisfied. And what Prabhupada says, satisfaction of the mind can be achieved only, what we discussed recently, how to achieve satisfaction of the mind. Satisfaction of the mind can be achieved only taking the mind away from the thoughts of sense gratification. But this is not happening. That's why we are not satisfied. So I have to be satisfied. Mind should not do sense gratification. So these things all are important, very, very important. So these austerities are very, very important to take. For example, discipline. Being disciplined is very, very important in spiritual life. The one who is not disciplined, he cannot advance the spiritual life. So being disciplined is a very, very big challenge for everyone. Those who are new, those who are old, or those who are very old. For everyone. Being disciplined, very, very important. Without being disciplined, without being self-controlled, nobody can follow the instruction of spiritual master. And without following instruction of spiritual master, nobody can go back to God. So this is a very important principle of austerity. So anyway, for us, the good thing is that although we are very fallen, we don't have much strength to follow austerities. We cannot go inside the water in a chilly cool winter. We cannot go inside the water and do tapasya. Neither we can do scorching heat and do tapasya. Neither we can run very fast, nor we can do. If you go for Govardhan Parikrama, you will see many people, they will be doing parikrama while doing Dandavat. One parikrama is there where you walk and do parikrama. Some people do by car parikrama. Some people they do rickshaw parikrama by rickshaw. Some people do walking parikrama. Some people will do Dandavat parikrama. Anybody has done Vrindavan parikrama? Sorry, Govardhan parikrama? Some people have done. So they will do Dandavat parikrama. That means they will make Dandavat like this, and wherever their hand has reached, they will start again to the next point. Like that, they do 22 kilometers. Dandavat parikrama. And some people, they do on one spot 108 times. That on this spot I will do 108 times, then I will go to the next stop, then next stop, like that 22 kilometers they will come up. And they do this sometime for years, 1 or 2 years they do that. So that is also tapasya. But mostly it is for some material gain. Anyway, even if for that person, that thing also the person is approaching Lord, there is no harm. Eventually it will be purified because he is approaching Lord for material gain also. So we have understood the principle of austerity, which is very very important for advancement of spiritual life. And Kali Yuga, as Prabhupada told, we cannot do all these things. Our body is not meant for that purpose. So very easy thing what is recommended in the scriptures is that you follow austerity principles, you chant Hare Krishna mantra nicely, and as much as possible engage yourself in service of the Lord. That much if you can do and keep and continue, you will automatically advance for next level of tapasya. So Kali Yuga mein, at least this basic tapasya we can do of chanting of Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. Anyone has any question? Yes.
Same way of austerity for women and men.
Almost same. In some cases it is different, but almost it is same. For example, we talk about mind. So it is same for male or female. Everything is same. Your mind should be away from the sense gratification. It can be male, it can be female. Mind should not be attached for such gratification. Similarly, some austerity may differ based on the bodily conditions, but generally it is same. Yes.
There were so many demons in the scriptures who used to do this austerities and tapasya. They used to control their senses, and they were more intelligent than even the Kali Yuga people. So why do we find them not going towards a higher cause or going towards
Good
higher
question.
purpose? I don't
This
think-
I forgot to explain. Bodily austerity even demons can do. You know, Hiranyakashipu when he did tapasya, if you read Bhagavatam, you will come to know what level of tapasya Hiranyakashipu did. Hiranyakashipu was father of Prahlad Maharaj. When he did tapasya, even Brahma was shocked. Oh my God, such a level of tapasya he is doing. He did that much tapasya, entire body, nothing was there. Skeleton, nothing was there. The entire this gross body was not there. That much tapasya he did for attaining some siddhis or some gain. So the question what Keerthan is asking is that why they are not able to understand the higher goal of life, although they do a lot of tapasya. So everything in spiritual life actually depends on the desire of a person. Okay, for like sometimes people chant Hare Krishna mantra also, but still they will have a lot of material desire. But we hear Chetudarpan Mahajanam Bahu Mahadabha Nirvana, but if a person chants Hare Krishna mantra, all the dirty things from the heart will go away. But we'll see a person chanting Hare Krishna mantra, still so many dirty things in the heart, material things are increasing. Because the person did not want to make these tendencies go away from his heart. If I am very much attached to this tendency, I am chanting Hare Krishna, just like one person was there, Prabhupada was giving example. We are chanting 15 rounds, not 16 rounds. Why? Because if I chant 16 rounds, I will become a brahmachari. So let me not chant 16 rounds, let me chant 15 rounds only. So we are very much attached to our anarthas, unwanted things. So Lord will also not remove. If you are very much attached to all these things, Lord will not remove. Similarly, the demon who is doing tapasya, what is his intention? His intention, I want to get power. Lord will give you power. But chanting Hare Krishna mantra, you can become Brahma also if you want. That much power is Hare Krishna mantra has. But it can liberate you also from material, provided what is your desire, what you want from that thing. So Hiranyakashipu, the desire was to get some material gain. That's why Brahma gave him this thing, okay, you become more powerful. So what is our desire behind doing that austerity? That is important. So any austerity which you do for material gain, that is demonic, as I told. Okay, so he did not want it to give away this desire of sense gratification. Yes.
वो जब हम कहीं मंदिर में जाते हैं तो परिक्रमा क्यों करते हैं? परिक्रमा करने का मतलब क्या होता है?
It is said when a person does parikrama the temple. The question is why we do parikrama of the temple. So anything we do as per the Vedic scriptures. So it is mentioned when we do parikrama or any activity we do. For example, when we take आरती, इससे क्या होता है? Somebody can tell. इससे क्या होता है? So that's why we only know gross science. We doesn't have any intelligence or to understand the subtle science. But when we do parikrama, when we do take aarti and all these things, first of all, what we are doing is we are coming in touch with the Lord. That aarti, what we are taking is prasad of the Lord, because that has been offered to Lord. Similarly, parikrama also, what we are doing is the Lord's abode. We are trying to go surrounding of the Lord. We are trying to go near to the Lord. So this is called as Agya Sukriti. Very important thing. Agya Sukriti means when I get some, Sukriti means pious credit. Pious credit means punya credit. So when I get some punya credit without knowing or consciously knowing, that is called as pious credit. So if a person is doing all these activities of taking aarti, his spiritual bank account is getting credited more and more. And by doing all these activities, finally one fine day he will come in touch with the devotee and become a devotee. So all the activities what we do in spiritual life, for example, coming and paying obeisances here, all these are getting added to our spiritual bank account. It's like a material bank account, we have a spiritual bank account also. And when we come to the particular threshold, we get in touch with the devotee. And then this knowledge is revealed to us. It is said all the reactions of sinful activities goes away when a person circumambulates the temple, or when a person takes aarti, when a person smells the flowers which are offered to the Lord. Sinful reactions go away. Okay. So we will chant now austerity. We are talking about austerity. The austerity is very easy these days. We need not take so much of austerity. If we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and here, that is austerity for us.
Krishna. We'll use this one. Start with this.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Very good.
So everyone must be aware of chanting. Anyone doing for the first time? Chanting for the first time here? Okay, they just. So you have this bead with you, this chanting mala with you. So on this bead we will chant special mantra called as Panchatattva mantra. And after that, on every beat we will chant full mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And this finger should not be this one. And you have to hold like this. You have to hold like this. This finger should not be like this one. Okay. And we have to hear our own voice. That is also very important. It is called as mantra meditation, sound meditation also. So you have to hear our own voice. You should hear. You should not chant it within the mind. There is no concept of. There is a concept of chanting within the mind also, but for us it is right now not applicable. We have to chant audibly. Okay. Spines can be read. Eyes can be fully closed or half closed. Okay. So we'll chant now Panchatattva mantra. You can repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda,
Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
So we'll chant now together with the voice of Prabhupada. 1, 2, 3, start.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद.
So please try to chant every day this Mahamantra. It is called as Mahamantra because if you chant any other Vedic mantras, there are many rules and regulations for chanting. You may not chant every time. You have to chant in a particular time
or a particular posture.